In Panama, President Juan Varela has extended an amnesty to more than 200 criminal gangs. He's urged their members to turn in their weapons, cut ties with criminal organizations and join job training programs. Levin reports from Panama City.
Héctor Avila refuses to let his guard down even during his early morning workouts. So many members of his family have been killed by gang violence, he now has a police guard 24 hours a day. After his eldest son, who had become involved with the gangs, was murdered, Héctor denounced the killers and became a target himself. He survived several attempts on his own life, but other innocent members of his family haven't been so lucky. He says the gangs make life a living hell for everyone in his neighborhood.
They traffic drugs, extort us, steal from us, try to evict us. They force us to hide their weapons or drugs, and if we don't do it, they threaten to rape our daughters. They are animals and barbarians.
Gang activity has exploded in Panama. Since 2007, the number of gang members has quadrupled. Over 90% of the murders last year were connected to gangs. The president announced an amnesty program for gang members who turned in their weapons in July. So far, more than 1,000 people have participated and joined rehabilitation programs.
This playground is in the middle of a battleground where gangs are fighting for territory. They live in the buildings that surround this football field, and they have names like Baghdad and Vietnam 23. But despite the government's efforts to try to help people get out of gangs, people here tell us that those efforts don't go far enough.
Tired of the violence, these gang leaders turned in their weapons after committing crimes for years. Everything from selling drugs to murder. But they are skeptical that the government understands the roots of the problem.
People grow up watching family members get killed. That pain and resentment stays with you, and you continue the cycle of violence.
If the government doesn't give us jobs, this will never end. They need to keep young people busy and give them opportunities, otherwise it will be chaos.
As for Héctor, he has no sympathy for those who join the ranks of the gangs. He says only a heavy hand from the government will eradicate them for good. And only when that happens will he be able to run without looking over his shoulder. Levin, Jazeera, Panama City.